Hello, my most amazing artists. It's Mrs. Pinnell from the Canyon Creek Art Studio. This video is going to walk you through creating a snowman drawing and then adding some shadows to the snowman to make it look a little bit more 3D, or like it's actually round instead of flat. As you can see in the video, I started with drawing a hat for my snowman, and then I added the head so it looks like the hat is sitting on the head instead of the head going in front of the hat or anything like that. I worked my way down to the middle and the bottom circles so that it looks like the snowman is stacked as it would be in real life. And then I started creating a design for a scarf to represent a scarf that's going around the snowman. Instead of making it look more like a 2D shape, I wanted it to look like a 3D form. So I tucked the ends of the scarf behind the initial wrap of the scarf to make it look like it was tied or overlapping, and that helps give it a little bit more depth. Obviously, you can choose any kind of pattern you want for your scarf design. You don't even have to do a scarf if you don't want to, but I decided on polka dots for my scarf. After the scarf design, I am going to move up to the face, and for the nose, I'm going to draw a cone shape to look like a carrot. For the cone shape, I'm going to start with a curved line for the base of the carrot, or the widest part, and then two diagonal lines that meet that look kind of like a triangle, so that way it'll look a little bit more like a cone instead of just a flat triangle. I chose circles that are colored in to represent coal for the eyes, mouth, and buttons. And then for the arms, I chose to draw some kind of bumpy or jagged lines to represent sticks. If I actually found a stick in my yard, it would not look like my snowman had a hand with 5 fingers. I just chose to add that detail, but you can certainly make yours look more like a natural stick that you would find, or you could make them a little wider, have some extra knots coming off and things like that if you would like to. I added the horizon line behind my snowman to make it look like my snowman was standing on the ground instead of floating in the air. And then I made the polka dots on the hat for my hat to match my scarf, so it looks like it's a matching set. Again, that's another choice that you can make. And going back to the hat, if you wanted to make a top hat or a different style of hat, you certainly could do your own style as well. The really important part is to shade your snowman to make it look 3D. When you're doing your shading, you want to make sure that you choose one side of your snowman to shade, and then shade slightly around the snowman's circles to make them look more like snowballs, like large snowballs that have been rolled in on the ground. To make that happen, you just use the side of your pencil and then blend with your finger. And don't forget to go below the hat too, so it looks like the hat is actually sitting on the head and casting a little shadow onto the snowman's head as well. The edge of your pencil works best because it creates a softer line initially, and then blending with your finger makes it look even more realistic. I started by shading with the circle, and then I'm going horizontally instead of with the circle to bring those shadows out a little bit. I did it very, very lightly to make sure it would blend well. After that, I am making a cast shadow on the ground, so it looks like the snowman is actually standing on the ground. And when you do that, you can just do a little oval around the snowman and then add a little bit of a darker touch to it as it's closer to the snowman, and a little bit of a lighter touch as it gets a little bit further away, or just blend with your finger. When you go back, you might think about adding some color to your snowman. And I decided to add some complementary colors. It looks a little orange on the video, but that scarf is actually kind of red and green because those are complementary colors. And then for the shadow, I decided to go with a very light blue so it wouldn't be quite as, I didn't want to make a very dark shadow. I wanted it to be a light, natural looking shadow. My drawing is not going to have a whole lot of other colors in it besides the sky that is blue, and then the snowman and the colors that are on the snowman. So that's why I chose to go with kind of more of a blue shadow, just to represent the colors of the background. To finish it off, I traced everything in black crayon to make it look like it was a completed and well done drawing. If you want to leave your snowman just black and white, or actually it would be gray and white from the pencil, that would be just fine too. I think it looks more complete when you add the color, but whatever you choose, it's going to be wonderful. Thank you so much for creating with me, and I can't wait to create with you again.